let's get off into the Daniel Dye controversy. I don't have the quote right here in front of us, but what we do have, I believe, what we do have, is the apology that's coming from Daniel Dye. Do you guys have that available there? Did anything get sent over?
I think
Okay, here it is.
it did get sent.
I want to first apologize to David Malakas. I recently went on a live stream with some friends and made some careless comments. I chose my words poorly, and I understand why it upset people. I'm sorry to anyone who was offended. That's not how I want to represent myself. I have some close friends in the LGBTQ community who I would never want to feel less of themselves because of what I said, and that's exactly why I should hold myself to a higher standard. In talking with them, I realized that a true friend would know better than to act that way, and I did or that, and I need to be a better friend. What I said doesn't reflect how I feel about them or anyone else. I didn't think enough before I spoke, and in no way meant any harm. I know that intention does not erase impact, and I need to do better. I'm taking this seriously and working on being more aware and respectful moving forward. I'm sorry to everyone I let down. I'm committed to learning from this and better understanding that the impact that my decisions can have on others. That includes educating myself, listening to those affected, and taking meaningful steps to ensure my actions reflect respect and inclusively going forward. I know I've got a platform and a responsibility. I need to use it better. Signed, Daniel Dye. I mean, you know, what this guy's, what did he do? He said something that I think that all of us have said in the past, and we're all just as guilty of it. We've all made fun of certain things in life, and we've all called. I heard on a program, football major program, sitting here watching it at the end of the game, and one of the athletes talked about the old game smear the. I don't think I have to say it, but we all played it, and it's just times have changed a lot, and I'm just not sure. What he said was very offensive to a sort. I think that we all have made fun of Michael Waltrip over the years past, and how he talks, and I'm just not here to defend the guy, but I'm also not here to throw him on the bus, and it's unfortunate because this is not the representation that Ram needs coming into the sport. But at the same time, I feel, that it was kind of an overreaction. Mr. CJ Sports, you had a great comment that you shared with us earlier. I want you to share that comment because you kind of compared this to something that would be canceled in today's day if it were released into the era that we live in now.
It's crazy where we're at, and I don't feel that anything that Daniel said was offensive, or at least like he wasn't sitting there name bashing, calling somebody something to belittle them or anything else. Like it was just a conversation that was recorded. I can remember growing up, and as teenage, well, not even teenage, middle school and elementary school, we would say something is gay. Like we weren't being offensive. We weren't saying it to be mean. It was just what you said back then. There's every generation. I mean, hell, these kids walk around now saying 6, 7. Like, like it just what we said. Like I don't know. And so this generation, where we're at, and everything offending everybody, and like it's just so crazy. And like I was saying earlier, I can't like could they produce Talladega Nights and those drivers be involved, Dale Jr. being in Talladega? Like I can't even see it would be canceled, not even hit the movie theaters at this point if this is what NASCAR. I don't know. I just don't feel anything that he said was worthy of him being suspended indefinitely, which I hate the word indefinitely anyway, because there's no until it all blows over. It's basically what you're all saying, and then we'll let him race again. Is the word in? But I don't know. I just, there are so many things that people say. Maybe I take a microphone into the stands sometimes, listen to what people say in the stands before you worry about what your athletes or your drivers say at some time. Because what your fans and who who actually supports the sports say much worse than any driver, any athlete has ever said that I've ever heard. I'm not saying it's never been done, but I have heard a lot worse sitting in the grandstands or sitting in the bleachers or whatever than I've heard almost all athletes ever say. It's just crazy to me that this is such a big deal, and they're making such a big deal out of it. Okay, maybe what he said wasn't the best choice of words. I don't feel that it was offensive. I have a gay brother-in-law, and I've known him most of my life. Once again, reverts back to the fact that my wife was my first ever girlfriend back in high school. Like, I've known him most of my life because of this. And one of the greatest guys I ever known, and would do anything for me, and I helped them move. They've helped me move. Like, I don't think that if he listened to it, any of that he would have found offensive. Like, he might have looked at me like, okay, a bunch of rednecks, like,
Yeah.
but that would have been kind of the end of the conversation, not some whole offensive thing, that, and especially worthy of being suspended. I don't know. This whole thing is just insane to me. That, it's one thing when Kyle Larson uses a racial slur. It's another thing when someone is just kind of talking in a gay voice and using, and it wasn't even him that said it. I think someone else said he plays for the other team in the background. So, like, I don't know.
Look, I have an aunt. Her name, I am not lying to you. She is my stepmother's sister. Her name is Sheila Gay, right? I mean, her middle name is Gay, right? I mean, come at me, right? I mean, really. Like, the meaning of it in itself has changed over time. And I remember laughing in high school, get a drag on a fag. Like, right? That was a cigarette. So terminologies have changed so much over. And we can't spin it anyway. He was literally making fun of how somebody talks and said that, that they sounded gay when they talk. So, and we all know
he wanted to be
that he's meaning by in that.
Yeah, if he was trying to be discriminatory, or however you say the word, he would have used a much harsher word than gay. Like, he didn't use any form of, like, it wasn't like he used the worst word. Like, it wasn't like he said, I'm going up the pike with the D, like, he did.
No!
Like, he didn't say queen with an R. Like, there's many other words he possibly could have said. So it wasn't like he was out to offend anybody or trying to be offensive or anything. Like, he was come on, let's be real. Like, these are young people. Like, we all have said stupid things in our past that, fortunately for us, like Chris and myself at our age, we didn't have all these cameras, social medias, and all the proof of the stupid things we've done, said, did, people we've been with, that we're glad that nobody ever has record, or some of the people we've dated. Like, all that's gone. We didn't have to worry about all that stuff. But, like, come on.
To pop up.
Maybe if it was somebody like Denny Hamlin, who's 40 years old and knows maybe I shouldn't say something even though it wasn't really offensive, but you're also talking about young people that just hanging out with their people, really doing nothing wrong. Like, wasn't like they were out vandalizing stuff. Like, come on. Like, I don't know.
He did not.
Like, it's like we're nitpicking.
He said his voice sounded gay, and we all know that we can say the same thing about a certain NASCAR media guy. So, I mean, whatever. He's a Daytona 500 champion. Yeah, we have been canceled. Our show's going to get canceled now. Thank you. So, however we can make it to the top, then we get canceled, man. It's going to be what it is. Watch. We're going to get popular over this. It's going to go viral, and then we're going to get canceled. That's just the way it is.
Looking for the ultimate way to represent your team? Welcome to the 110 Sports and Collectibles Company. We are a veteran-owned business that takes pride in bringing the best in officially licensed merchandise. From the NFL and MLB to the NBA and college sports, we've got your fan cave covered. Visit us at any of our 4 locations. Find us in Monroe, West Milton, Hocking Hills, and Lancaster, Ohio. Can't make it in? Shop our full collection online at the 110 Sports and Collectibles Company. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram. There is only one nation, the 110 Nation.